Welcome to everybody who's joining us. It's really exciting. I see a classroom joining us. How nice to have people in classrooms joining us again. Connie, it was lovely to talk with you about the impact of drought on active mosquito season in Omaha. Wasn't that, I was just so taken with you reaching out and telling me, what you've observed. And then, so Connie reached out to me and told me that she and some of her friends have noticed a lot fewer active mosquitoes this summer. And she wasn't complaining, but she was just wondering what seems to be the causal relationship, and is there one, between drought or actually, before we even talked about drought, what seems to be potential causal relationships there? So I suggested that she reach out to her local mosquito control or maybe health officials and just ask them, hey, have you noticed this as well? Because they generally will be collecting mosquitoes in traps. And so they'll have a pretty good, idea. Is it, so that you can know, is this actually happening, or are we just kind of thinking we're seeing fewer mosquitoes? So Connie she sent an email and got an email right back. And in the email, they suggested that it could be due to their having had drought conditions in Omaha. And then we talked, I sent her some different science articles that kind of say different things about the impact of drought on this was looking at on outbreaks of mosquito transmitted disease. So we were thinking, what a great idea for some potential research. And it was also neat to me, Connie, that you sent that email, because part of what I'll be talking about today is the impact of precipitation on mosquitoes. So welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have you here today. If you have a minute to tell us where you're from and whether or not you have active mosquitoes right now where you're from in the chat box, that would be wonderful. And I'm from Damascus, Maryland, which for those of you who don't know Damascus, Maryland, it is in the Washington, D.C. area. And we do have active mosquitoes right now. As a matter of fact, I have this wretched cast that I have because I broke my finger, and the mosquitoes have been getting into my cast and biting me. Me and mosquitoes have a very, very love-hate relationship. I love finding them and trying to identify the species, and I hate the fact that they love to bite me, even in my cast. So yes, Virginia, active mosquitoes. Hey, Mike, good to see you. Welcome. And Elizabeth, and hello there, Robin. And hello, Lois Blair and students in the class. We are so happy to have you joining us today. Hello, Carlos. Hello from Sri Lanka. So lovely to have you. This is my favorite webinar to be a part of. Well, this one, and also globe around the trees around the globe, because I just love the interaction with people from all around the world, and the fact that we're coming together in a community to try to see what we can do to make the world a better place. So thank you for jumping in and joining us. We have a really fun program today where you are going to get a chance to choose your own adventure. And we'll give about 1 more minute for people to come in, and then we'll get started. And we're just asking folks as you come in, if you have a chance into the chat window, to go ahead and tell us where you're joining us from and whether or not you are having active mosquito season where you're joining us from. And I think we will go ahead and get started. So Elizabeth, will you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen, my slides? Thank you so much. Marvelous. So welcome. Today is called Investigative Pathways, and we're going to allow you to choose your own adventure today. We'll tell you a little bit more about that. This is the agenda for today's webinar. A welcome and introduction, and we'll tell you about the 5 breakout sessions that you will get to choose between, and you're going to have a chance to choose 2 of these breakout sessions. So I'll give you a little more information about those. Then we are going to, well, before that, we're going to look at the last month's mosquito photo challenge. We're going to look at the results, see a really cool video that announces what we learned from this photo challenge. and give you the updated stats for the mosquito habitat mapper. I'm going to give you a little bit of information for those of you who might be thinking about doing an international virtual science symposium investigation. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information about how to do that. And then we will have the main part of our program, which are going to be our breakout sessions. And like I say, you'll get to choose 2 of those to attend. And then we're going to have our wrap up and tell you what to anticipate for our next webinar. So let me go ahead and play this video about the Mosquito Habitat Photo Challenge, which ran for a month and just finished up on August 25th.
I'm Peter Nelson, Science Lead for the Globe Observer Land Cover Tool, and I'm here with Rusty Lowe, the Mosquito Habitat Mapper Science Lead with Globe Observer.
We want to thank you so much for participating in this challenge, and you probably know that there are a lot of scientists that are interested in using this data, not only to understand vector-borne disease, but also to develop machine learning capabilities to help us better categorize and find our data and describe our data.
And I'm looking forward to diving into the 4.4 thousand land cover photos that come in, as well as some of those mosquito larvae photos.
Those larvae photographs are going to be used by a team that are actually creating an AI system, a machine learning system to actually identify larvae automatically without using the key. So that's going to be exciting. And then the water source photos and the land cover photos are going to be used by some other teams for classification of attributes in photos using machine learning. So there's a lot of great science going on here, and you are part of it. So thank you from the Globe Observer Science Team.
And we thank all of you who may have participated. I know that I did, and it was really fun too, especially when I was able to find mosquito larvae and then do the subsequent land cover observation as well. So thank you so much. Cassie, you want to tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here?
Yep, we have a geospatial dashboard, and I put the link at the bottom of the page there. The top left-hand corner graphic is our mosquito and land cover data from January 1st through June 30th, so right before our challenge started. And then at the bottom was the period of time during our challenge. And so you can see how much it has grown during the challenge. And then overall, the third graphic is from January 1st of 2021 to August 31st. And so we're excited about having so many more observations for our team to look through. It was a valuable contribution for the land cover. There's 4 separate teams that were working on land cover and 1 for mosquitoes. So they have lots of great images, as you saw in the video, to look through. If you participated in the challenge, stop at observer.globe.gov/mosquito-challenge and pick up your certificate and your badge. And if you would like to use the video that you saw played earlier, here's the link on YouTube that you could replay it and use it in your presentations also.
Thank you, Cassie. That was an extremely successful challenge. And, you know, we hope that you will use the Globe Observer tools all year round. From time to time, we like to have these special challenges to sometimes, as Dr. Lowe was telling, to be supporting the efforts of different scientists who have asks for us, and other times just to try to have a designated designated time period and see how much data as a global team we can collect. So thank you so much. Wanted to tell you about another wonderful international effort that we hope some of you will be a part of, and that is the International Virtual Science Symposium. Now, even if you're not a student, let's say that you live in a community and there is a school nearby, or perhaps you're a grandparent or an aunt or uncle, you could help to support students in doing an International Virtual Science Symposium project. So if you wanted to learn more about it, you go to the Globe website. And are we seeing the Globe website now? And when you come to the Globe website, if you come over to news and events, that's where you will find the page for the symposium. Right now, they don't have up the 2022 virtual symposium, but very shortly they will. This is going to be an important page because by going to this page here, you will find out lots of things about how this is run. You'll be able to see reports from a previous year, see the instructions, the rubrics, see what badges you can work on, students can work on earning, lots of wonderful resources for how to get going with it, frequently asked questions. And I know I always volunteer to judge because it's absolutely fascinating to see the work that these young folks are doing. As of 2021, so for the last year, and mind you, this was when we were under, most of us around the world were under COVID restrictions, there were 242 projects submitted from 20 different countries. So it really is an absolutely wonderful way to get involved and to get students involved. And like I say, you don't have to be a classroom teacher to get involved. You can get involved by helping a student. And that is a wonderful way to utilize your expertise and help the teachers out as well. Now, let's say you were thinking, okay, I'd like to study mosquitoes, but what would be some of the different protocols, some of the different ways in which I would be collecting that information? Well, we thought ahead and we have what we call a mosquito bundle. So the bundle identifies useful GLOBE protocols and data sets that you can use in coordination with the mosquito habitat mapper to be able to conduct your research. And this is what the page for the bundle looks like. What's really helpful, in addition to the really cute larva that we have wiggling here, is that you can go into this page and you can get a feel for what some of those different projects might be and what the relationship is, what some of the questions could be that you could answer through your research. Some examples of those questions might be something we're going to talk about in my session today, and that is what impacts do floods, droughts, and high or low temperature anomalies have on mosquito populations. So lots of different kinds of questions that we suggest you could consider answering. Of course, you are always welcome, and it's encouraged that you come up with questions that are relevant to you and your area. And then we give you a list of lots of different protocols that you could consider using to collect your data. There's also a lot of good science background information here and some resources as well. So we hope that that's useful to you if you are considering doing an investigation using the mosquito habitat protocol in combination with some other things as well. So to help you in deciding what your kind of pathway, your adventure is going to be for this upcoming year, we wanted to offer you some really neat opportunities to do some deeper dives into different types of information that all relate, believe it or not, to mosquitoes. We have my colleague with the Global Precipitation Measurement Mission that I support at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, Andrea Portier, and she is going to be telling us how and why NASA Earth observations are used in climate models and the importance of differentiating weather from climate. Andrea is the applications coordinator for the Global Precipitation Measurement Mission and for the upcoming mission entitled ACCP for Aerosols, Clouds, Convection, and Precipitation. In these roles, she engages with stakeholder communities to help identify and address the needs of current and potential user groups in guiding them on how to apply the use of this satellite data so that they can better support having a sustainable society. So that's going to be one option. And remember, you're going to get to pick two of these. Then there's me, myself, and I also support the Global Precipitation Measurement Mission, and I'm on the Globe Education Work Group, been involved with Globe for over a decade, and I'm going to be talking about what the impact of precipitation is on mosquitoes, and then I'm going to show you how you can access satellite data from the Global Precipitation Measurement Mission, which might be useful to you just being something you're interested in, and it also could be very useful if you are doing a science investigation. We have My NASA Data with Elizabeth Joyner. Come and learn about My NASA Data Visualization Tool, the Earth System Data Explorer, which helps learners visualize complex Earth science data sets over time and space. So that would be a really useful additional way of gathering data to better understand it and to see how it applies to mosquitoes in your area. Elizabeth is the Senior Outreach Coordinator on contract with NASA Langley through the Science System Applications, and she incorporated serving the My NASA Data program into this position, and she combines her background in science and education to foster better understanding of Earth system for grades 3 to 12. We have our very own Liz Burke, and Liz is going to help us get the buzz on the Mission Mosquito Science Notebook that she's been passionately working on now for at least a year. Liz serves as the Senior Science Educator for IGES. She brings to this position her experience as a classroom teacher at the middle school, high school, and college levels. She's currently working on resources to encourage students, teachers, and citizen scientists in using Globe Mission Mosquito. And we have our very own Cassie Sofing, who's going to be focusing on IVSS research projects and having kind of an informal chat. Are you thinking about doing an IVSS research project using Globe data? Cassie's had a lot of experience working very closely with our C students over the last couple of summers and has all kinds of great hands-on experience. Cassie's the informal education lead and the Globe Mission Mosquito Campaign Coordinator. She is a Globe partner and trainer and has been a Globe teacher since 1999. She's the senior science educator with the Institute for Global Environmental Strategies, and her work with Mission Mosquito brings her earth science, remote sensing, and education skills to the community. So here's how you're going to do this. You're going to select the name of the session that you want to join. And once we finish up with this, then Cassie will make it so that you can see these sessions. And then you're going to go to whichever one you'd like to join first and jump in and join. Now, you don't have to stay for the entire 15 minutes, but if you happen to jump into another session, understand that that session will already be going. So we're going to run these sessions where we're going to be presenting for 10 minutes, and then we're going to have 5 minutes of questions, and then we're going to switch rooms so that you get to pick one other session to be a part of. Each of you kind of came away today with having had a chance to walk down a couple of different pathways and learn some new things. It was super exciting to have our young scientists like Caden, all the way up to our more mature scientists, and to be able to share some of these neat things that we're doing. So thank you for giving this a try. All right, let me come over here to that. Let me come over here to that. Let me say present. Hope it'll present from this slide. Life is good, I believe. Let me come back and say share. All right, are we seeing the slide about the next webinar? All right, good stuff. Thank you, Caden. So please join us on October 14th. We're going to be looking at the next satellite, the next large NASA satellite that's observing Earth that is going to be launching hopefully on September 23rd. We're all very excited about Landsat. The Landsat series are a series of satellites. If you join us, you will be able to find out about this history of the legacy of Landsat. They will have now been gathering data for 50 years. And so Landsat 9, of course, every Landsat satellite that we launch, because the state of technology, the state of the art has increased over the years, from when we have launched it, we always have better ability, better resolution, neat new things that we're able to do with the upgraded satellite missions, the updated satellite missions. So come and join us. We're going to be super excited to be sharing with you information about Landsat 9 and showing you how you can access data from the Landsat series and be able to then, of course, utilize that data in a wide variety of different ways. If we were interested in hearing from you, we really want to make this as our community, and we want to ensure that we're listening to you who are in our community and that we are being responsive to what you'd like to learn more about. So please reach out to Cassie. There's her email address, and let her know if there are things that you wonder about, things you'd like to learn more about, and ways that we can support you. And with that, I will stop talking and just see if we have questions, comments. Cassie.
We're also interested in the work that you are doing, and we'd like to feature you. So if you have a project that are looking for partners, or if you're looking to just get ideas or to share the work that you've done, if you want to do just a 3 to 5 minute share with our group, we'd love to hear from you. So keep in touch.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll stick around in case there's any last minute questions, but have a wonderful rest of your day.